I still remember the day I moved into the old Victorian house, its grandeur and charm winning me over. But as I stepped inside, a chill ran down my spine, as if the house was watching me. I brushed it off as mere nerves, but the feeling lingered. The first few nights were quiet, but then I started hearing creaks and groans, the wooden floorboards shifting beneath my feet. I tried to convince myself it was just the house settling, but the sound seemed to follow me, echoing through the empty corridors. One evening, I saw a shadowy figure darting around the corner of my eye. I spun around, but there was no one there. I told myself it was just my imagination, but the image lingered, making my skin crawl. I began to notice strange messages scrawled on the walls, always in the same handwriting: "Get out while you still can." I tried to ignore them, but they seemed to appear everywhere, even on my bedroom door. The messages grew more frequent and urgent, and I started to feel like I was being herded toward some unknown fate. I tried to research the house's history, but every door I opened led to more questions. One night, I discovered a hidden room deep in the basement, filled with old newspapers and police reports. The headline screamed of a family tragedy, a horrific event that had taken place within these very walls. As I read through the articles, I realized that the house had a dark and sinister past, one that seemed to be repeating itself. I felt like I was trapped in a never-ending nightmare, with no escape. The shadows grew longer and darker, the messages more menacing. I knew I had to get out, but the house seemed to be holding me captive. I was running out of time, and I knew I had to uncover the truth before it was too late. And then, I found the last message, scrawled on the wall in blood: "You should have listened." As I read the words, the lights flickered and died, plunging me into darkness. I was never seen or heard from again, trapped forever in the haunted house.